dropped out of college to play poker, and I need to make $30,000 in 3 weeks while I'm here in LA. We've got one of the most fun sessions of my life to cover, so let's jump straight into it. Roll the intro. Hello, and welcome to Season 2 of I Dropped Out of College to Play Poker, a series where I dropped out of college to play poker. Yeah, pretty straightforward. In Season 1, I doubled my bankroll from $50,000 to $100,000 in less than 3 months in order to avoid getting disowned by my parents. But they still kicked me out of the house. So now, I'm heading to the West Coast with the goal of hitting a $250,000 bankroll before I return home for the holidays to see my parents. And then maybe, just maybe, they'll love me again. And this is where we're currently at. Up nice and early. It's 1 o'clock. Day 2 here in LA, and we're already off to a great sleep schedule. Last night, we played our first session in Hustler until 4 a.m. But it did go great. Even though I was completely cooked from a full day of traveling, we still booked a $3,500 win. A great first step to hitting that 30K profit goal here in LA. But we've only got 3 weeks, so we gotta get out of bed, get ready for tonight's session, because we don't got any time to waste. So I ripped my morning routine, cooked up an anabolic breakfast, and hit my monthly leg day at the gym before it was time to head out and make some moolah.
LA Day 2. We're back at it again at Hustlers. Just got here. Time is 8:30. Gonna try not to put in as long as a session as last night. Don't want to go home at 4 a.m. again. My goal is 1 a.m. Cash out then, book another profit, keep building that bankroll. Let's do it.
So, spoiler alert, we had another long night, and we've got a lot to cover. So let's jump straight into it. We arrive at Hustler around 8:30 p.m., buy in for 2.5K, and get called to the 5-5-10 table quickly. And the action starts off almost right away when we play a big one with the $20 and $40 straddle active. We've got pocket 10s in the $20 straddle, and the cutoff opens to 100. It folds to us, and we 3-bet to 350 out of position. And after a very odd tank for like 2 minutes, the cutoff calls, and we are ready to battle heads up as the flop comes Jack, 4, 3, 2 clubs. A decent flop, as there's only one overcard to our pocket pair. I simplify and just range bet this flop for around a quarter pot, $170. The cutoff again calls. The turn is the 8 of diamonds. With 1100 in the pot and only 1K behind, I now check to pot control and see what our opponent does. And to our delight, he quickly checks it through. We anxiously await a river, and like Dame in the clutch, the dealer comes through with the Jack of diamonds pairing the top card. An exceptional river, as there are less combos of Jack X hands our opponent can have now. We're left with a decision. Do we check to induce a bluff, bet small, or jam for around a pot size? I think all options are viable, but this time, we opt to put out the blocker sizing of $300, targeting weak pairs. And this decision pays off as our opponent reluctantly calls and flicks in his calling chips. We show our pocket 10s, and he mucks a sweet $1,700 pot to kick things off and boost our stack up to $2,400. I am loving the action here in LA. It seems like I just can't lose on the tables, and things just get even better when a few moments later, we peel pocket kings. The hijack jumpstarts the action with the raise to 80, and we put in the standard 3x 3-bet to 240. The hijack is the lone caller. Flop comes out, Jack 7-5, 2 clubs. The hijack checks, and we go for a half pot sizing of 250 on the highly connected and dynamic board. Our opponent doesn't seem fazed by the larger size as he puts in the call. The dealer shows the turn. The 4 of hearts, an inconsequential card. The hijack plays in flow and checks again. Now, it's time to do what we do best, as we size up for the river jam, betting 650 into the 1K pot. Our opponent goes deep in the tank, but after a long deliberation, he once again calls. Like a coke addict, I'm praying for a brick, as the river is revealed, a 4 of clubs. We're happy to see the bottom card pair, but the front door flush draw has now arrived like that one weird friend at the function that nobody invited. You know who you are. Anyways, with $1,250 left in our stack, we've got another decision. Do we go for it all or just check it back? Now, I think the clear, incorrect play here is just making use of our showdown and checking it back. But I'm a greedy fucker, so there's no doubt in my mind that my chips are getting sent to the middle. But little did I know, I was playing against Barry Allen because my opponent must have set the new world record for fastest snap call.
All in. Ah, you're good.
He's got pocket jacks for top boat. I obviously knew I was cooked with how fast he called me. And just like that, our stack vanishes. 5K pot heading in the wrong direction. Our first taste of defeat in LA. But we're still early in the night, and you already know we're buying right back in. Now, I had an extra 1K in chips from my original 2.5K buy-in that I just completely forgot about for the whole night. So I actually bought back in for another 1,500 cash at this point. Not that it really matters, but just to keep in mind for the final cash out numbers at the end of the night. We're back on the same 5-5-10 table around 11, and we've got some ground to make up. And we are in prime position to do so as we flop the nut flush with ace queen of hearts in a three-way pot. It's time to get sneaky as we put in the check, hoping to rip a nasty check raise on our unknowing opponents. But my plan is foiled as they both decide to check it back. So we just head to a turn, the board pairing 6 of spades. And this is where persistence is key. We remain disciplined and put in another check, like a spider laying out his intricate web for his prey. And the big blind falls into our trap as he bets $115. The other player folds, and action comes back around to us. Now, I'll be honest, I have no idea why I didn't just check raise here. I just put in the call, which really is not the best play. But hopefully it won't matter anyways, as the river comes the 9 of spades. I go for the third straight check and await our opponent's action. After some tanking, we are delighted to see him bet about 3/4 pot at $325. We're licking our lips here and preparing for the inevitable. I use the skills that I learned in my high school drama class and act like I'm in a grueling predicament before slapping my balls on the table and going all in for $1,300. And the little fishy in the big blind is clearly going through it. I'm salivating just looking at his chips as he tanks and tanks and then folds. Definitely should have got it in on the turn looking back, but still a decent pot that we rake in to mark the midpoint of our session. Now it's around midnight. Our stack is at 2,100, meaning we're still about $900 in the red. And as I mentioned before the session, I was trying to have an earlier night and maybe try getting some sleep for once. But deep into the night, this is when the whales come out. This table just turned into an absolute blast. There was table talk, banter, and most importantly, thousands of dollars getting thrown around like it was nothing. From around midnight till 4, we were just printing money, winning so many pots as all the fishies were gobbling up all the action. Ace Jack all in pre-flop win for 700. Bang! 7-8 offsuit, 3-way all in on the flop, scoop for 1K. Bang! Bluff with 10-6 of spades for 1K on the river. Bang! I was like a kid in a candy shop as the hours flew by, and we built our stack up over 4,500 at 5 a.m.
My goal is 1 a.m.
And that takes us to our final hand of the night, 5 a.m., 5K stack. And we've got ace king offsuit on the button, battling against one of our favorite whales at the table. The middle position, which is the whale for this hand, raises to 50. I 3-bet to 150, and he calls. We head to a flop. Queen, 8, 7, rainbow. The guppy checks, and I bet half pot for 150. The guppy, again, quickly calls. The turn is beautiful, the king of spades, giving us top pair, top kicker. Our opponent checks again, and we bet again, this time sizing up to 450. In the middle position, once again calls. This late into the night, there's really not going to be a lot of folding going on. The 4 of hearts completes the run out, a complete brick. For the third straight street, our opponent checks, and now there's no need to overthink it. With top pair, top kicker, we go for a big 2/3 pot bet for $1,000. We're obviously hoping to see the call. At these degen hours, these whales might just call me down with jack high. But after some table talk, our opponent reveals to me that we are actually just chopping. He somehow got ace king as well. And so now, I'm hoping he somehow lays it down. He offers me $100 to flip one of my 2 cards. And I'm not one to turn down some tomfoolery.
Can we do this game again?
Which one?
Let me choose a card for 100.
Sure.
Yeah?
Sure. For 100 though. Okay. All right. I'll move them around. All right. This one?
Yeah.
Chop. Damn it. Flip the king.
Unlucky. But that's wraps on an incredibly fun session. Over 8 hours long, but I had an absolute blast. We cash out for $4,659. And that doesn't include the 1K in chips that we forgot to cash out. Another good session in the books.
Session over. Just finished. It's 5 a.m. It's literally getting light out. This is horrendous. Somehow I'm not even that tired. The game was just so fun, so action, that I was just like so engaged the whole time. Still feeling it a little bit. My adrenaline still pumping, blood still pumping. So it was a bunch of fun. Out at Hustler, they got some great games. A couple cool guys we were playing with, and went in the green pretty decently. Up a little over 1,600. Another winning session. So we're 2 for 2 out here in LA. Currently up 5,000. Let's keep it up and go back, get some rest, and back to it tomorrow. Maybe I am tired.
So I've been here in LA for a few days now, and I'm feeling pretty settled in, but I'm yet to check out the city. So the plan for today is go on a little adventure, a little exploration. And who knows, maybe we'll find LeBron at a coffee shop or something. This is at the top of my list of things I had to do while here in LA. You guys already know, I had to hit up In-N-Out. Yet to try it before, and while I'm a quite health-conscious individual nowadays, back in the day, I was a little bit on the chubbier side of things. And I'll be honest, I'm still a bit of a fat ass at heart, but we're gonna keep the order light and just get one thing. Double-double, a cheeseburger, fries, and a chocolate milkshake. Okay, I couldn't just choose one thing. Come on now. But we're gonna do a taste test. We've got damn near the whole menu here. So let's try this out.
What you doing in the club on a Thursday? She said she only here for a girl.
All right, we gotta walk that one off. So we're gonna head to the beach for a little late night walk. Overall, In-N-Out, really good. Not for my organs and shit, or the toilet when I get back home, but let's go to the
Beach, eat, let's go get a wave. They say what they gonna say. Have a drink, clink, found a Bud Light. Bad bitches like me, it's hard to come by.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have come to the beach at night, but that's gonna be it for today's video. We're not gonna be hitting the tables tonight. We're gonna be taking a day off, relaxing, and actually getting some sleep. But yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support on the season 2 opener. Feels great to be back. And don't you worry, we're gonna be pumping out these videos like, I had a really bad joke in there. So make sure to stay tuned in, and remember, stay locked in.
Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild